We have Emily, and this time, since Charlotte left us for Yakima, we've got Stephanie to join us today. So they're gonna be your demoers. They both do a really good job of having perfect form and technique through the whole thing. If you don't look quite like them, that's okay. Stephanie used to do ballet, and Emily was a gymnast for a long time. So they're going to be naturals at having great form. Do the best you can. Try to look like them as much as possible. Thanks for being here, guys. We're gonna start with some hollow work today. We started the last quarantine with hollow work, so we're gonna start it out again. They're gonna lay down on their back right here. We're gonna start out easy and we'll get harder as we go along. And they're gonna bend their knees like they're doing a sit-up. So when we're talking about hollow, we're talking about shape that we kind of pull from gymnastics. It's used a lot in your kipping movements in CrossFit. It's used a lot in core movements. We're gonna start out with kind of the basic progressions and work up into a full hollow. First thing they're gonna do is, starting with their head, roll up their vertebrae one at a time until their shoulder blades are off. Arms can just be on their side. And this is the easiest version of a hollow that we're gonna do. So it should look like that. You two can go ahead and relax. And now you guys are gonna join them. We're gonna hold for 10 seconds here. All right, everybody up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Next version is going to be exactly the same thing, but all you're going to do is lift your feet up slightly off the floor. Not very high. Don't think about bringing your knees in. Just bring your feet up about 2 inches off the floor. We're going to hold this one for 10 seconds also. Ready? Start with your head and lift your shoulder blades off. Now just go ahead and bring your feet slightly up. Perfect, and we'll go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Very nice. All through this, you should be pressing your lower back into the floor. So that's the most important thing here. If you start to feel your lower back arch off the floor, then you just want to go back to a previous progression. If it starts to arch off, we're really defeating the purpose of a hollow, and it's not a bad thing to go back and work on it at the previous level. Okay, next one's going to be the exact same thing, except one foot we're going to extend out straight. So they're going to come up, go ahead and lift your feet off. Now extend one leg out, and we're going to go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. This just makes our body a little bit longer, makes it a little bit harder. Keep pushing that back into the floor. We're gonna switch legs this time. So come on up, upper body first, lift the feet, extend the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Try to breathe during these. It's really easy to start holding your breath. You want to be able to breathe even when you're in some of these positions. Okay, last one. We're going to do the same thing, but both legs are going to extend. This is going to be the one where you might start to feel that lower back come off the floor. Try to keep it pressed down, keep the hips tilted under and those legs extended. If you need to bend your knees to keep that lower back down, go ahead and do that. And come on up, and the legs extend out about 2 inches or 5 inches off the floor. That's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Like I said, they're doing a great job with it. They make this look really easy. It's not that easy. So scale to whatever you need to. If you can't get your legs fully extended, that's no problem. Okay, now that we went through all those progressions, we are going to do 5 seconds of each going right into the next one. If it gets hard, just stay at the progression that you're at and don't go to the next one. So first one, we're starting with our knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and go ahead and lift the shoulders off. And 1, 2, 3, 4, lift the feet slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, extend one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Good job. Okay. All the time, you should be thinking about rounding in your chest, pressing that lower back into the floor, and breathing. We are going to go through that 2 more times. All right, go ahead and roll your shoulders off the floor. Feet are flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One leg straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Very good. This might be a little bit easy for some of you. This is something you could add in if you're wanting to work on this position at home and hold longer, or just go to the progression that's hardest for you. We're going to do 1 more. This time we're going 8 seconds of each, and then we'll switch gears a little bit. All right, lift your shoulders off. We're going for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend a leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Full hollow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Good job. If you're doing this at home and it's hard, don't feel bad. You guys can sit up. We're going into something else. Don't feel bad about staying with one of the earlier progressions. In gymnastics, kids start this at a really young age, and it's probably a couple of years before they get to a full hollow. We really start them with just their feet down, without going to the full position for a really long time. So as CrossFitters, sometimes we try to jump into these positions really early when we're not quite ready for them. So stay where you need to be on that. All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit. We are going to go into a little bit of a Metcon, not super long. We're going to do a 5-minute ladder of 2 movements. So the first movement is going to be a straight leg sit-up. So Stephanie is going to show us this. She's going to lay all the way down on the floor. She's going to touch her hands behind her head and then sit up. And she can like touch her knees or the floor. You don't have to reach forward if you don't want to. Go ahead and do about 2 more, Steph. This is just a normal sit-up, but we're keeping our legs straight on it, okay? The other movement we're going to do is a swimmer. We did these in the gym a week or 2 ago. Emily's going to show us this. It's going to be diagonal. So she's going to go 1 arm and 1 leg up, and then she's going to switch. She's doing a great job. She's keeping her head down to the floor, and then she's lifting with her hamstring and not her foot. Can you do one with a bent knee, Emily? We don't want that. You can sit up. So form is more important on speed on that one. Just think about lifting through that hamstring, squeezing your glutes, and then lifting up through that shoulder. This is going to be a ladder. You're going to start with 2 straight leg sit-ups, 2 swimmers. Then you're going to go 4 and 4, 6, 6, 8, 8, and so on for 5 minutes. You guys got this? Cool. So we're going to get set up here, and we will start this 5 minutes in about 10 seconds. All right. So again, a ladder of straight leg sit-ups and swimmers, starting with 2 of each, then 4 of each, then 6 of each. We are going in 3, 2, 1, go. Starting with those straight leg sit-ups. Good. You don't have to reach forward at the front. You can if you want to. Just make sure that you're sitting all the way up so your shoulders are on top of your hands. And 2 swimmers. Now we're going into 4 straight leg sit-ups. Go at your own pace here. Just keep going up the ladder. Okay? It's going to start out with really fast rounds, and then it will start to slow down as you get to some of these bigger numbers. Some of you won't be able to get as high on these swimmers as especially Emily is. She's just really mobile and flexible through those. Get as high as you can with perfect form. Don't worry about reaching up super high with that leg or with that hand. I'm not going to talk all the way through this. Just keep moving. Just working your way up the ladder, and I'll keep you updated on the times. We're 1 minute in right now. Good job, Emily. Stephanie, that looks really good. Stephanie's leg doesn't come quite as high as Emily's. That's totally fine. Her leg is all the way straight. Just lift to where you're comfortable. If a straight leg sit-up is really hard for you, maybe your hamstring flexibility is lacking, or you're just really tight in places, you can always scale this to just a regular sit-up. That's fine. Same thing on the swimmers. If there's something going on, you can scale to just going lower or just lifting the leg or the arm instead of both. Just go to something that feels right for you that you can keep moving on. We're about 2 minutes through this. Make sure on these sit-ups that you're keeping your neck pretty relaxed. Some people get really tight while they're doing sit-ups and crank their head forward. Try to keep it neutral and make sure you're using your abs to get up, not cranking your head forward to get up. We're halfway through this. Everybody looks great. Good job, Emily. You're so excited to be back doing core videos? Kind of. Yeah, she is. We've got 2 minutes left here. As these get to be bigger sets, they're just going to take a little bit longer. Keep moving through them. Going up by 2 reps each time. Emily makes these swimmers look really, really easy. They're not that easy for most of us that didn't spend the first, 15 years of our life being a gymnast. So don't worry about if they look way easier on her than you're feeling. Just keep moving through, keep pulling up through that hamstring. You've got just slightly over a minute here. Great job. Good job, Steph. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We got our last 30 seconds here. Moving through that round that you're on. Try to finish it. "15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Great job, everybody. There is your 15 minutes of core for the day. Hopefully you got some good work in. We will be back with stretching, and we're going to be putting these videos out every day. It'll change up, so hopefully you join us. Great work, everybody. See you later.